Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am here with you on this Sunday, May the 29th, 2022, and it is a phenomenal day. It is sunny outside. We have great weather all over the MLB today for all the action throughout the day. We're going to go over some of our top plays and fades today and some of our prize pick selections as well. So buckle up and get ready for a really crazy sports day. If you want to join us at DFS Coach Talk, just go to dfscoachtalk.com. Sign up there. You can sign up for as little as a 3-day pass for $10. And today's a perfect example. I mean, we're offering two different MLB slates. We have a NASCAR slate. We have, obviously, the NBA Game 7 tonight. That podcast will come up later, with Deb and I sharing the moderating for that. And then we also have final late round coverage of the PGA event. So we have all kinds of sports going today, exciting slates everywhere. And again, in Major League Baseball, with what we're here to talk about today, we have 14 delightful games, no delays, it looks like. Everything should be fantastic. So excited to do that. Also want to thank our presenting sponsor. That's BetUS.com.pa. If you're looking to jump in there and get some action on just about anything you're looking for action on, you just go to BetUS.com.pa, sign up with a minimum deposit of $79, your first deposit, and you get a free 1-month membership, all access to DFS Coach Talk. All you have to do when you sign up is use the promo code Coach Talk, all one word, and then jump on Twitter. Go to @DFS Coach Talk and let us know that you signed up for the BetUS deal, and we will get you in Discord in a matter of minutes, and you will have that 1-month membership ready to roll. All right, couple of things here today. Let's go. We're going to count them as a 1-1A buy-up / value plays because I think they're both underpriced personally. The first one is Tyler Anderson for the LA Dodgers. He's going against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and that's a 4-10 game. He's 5-0 with a 3.30 ERA, but he's looked really sharp. We know Arizona strikes out a ton. They're second in MLB in strikeouts, and it looks like a great spot for him against a really offensively challenged Diamondback squad. If we look at the last games for Mr. Anderson, he has been fantastic. So very hard to pass him up. You look at his last two, 58 and 46, and the 46 on May 17th was against Arizona, where he pitched 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, and struck out 7. He struck out 8 Nationals the last game. So love this spot for him. I think the Dodgers, we should be able to get a win with this squad with Anderson as well. So I think it's a fine spot for him. The other spot that I think is just a very, very reasonable buy-up spot that makes perfect sense and really isn't over expensive at all. I think it's very reasonable. And that's Mackenzie Gore from San Diego, another youngster, another lefty. So young lefties are the key today, I guess, in what we're looking for. But he has shown tremendous promise. His last outing, he had 43 FanDuel points, 6 innings, only 3 hits, 1 earned, 6 Ks. And he's pretty stretched out now. He gets you usually about 5, but now that he went to 6, I think that pitch count's going to continue to grow, just showing a lot of maturity, and he's done it against some very good teams. He struck out 7 earlier in the season, 6, 10. So he can get those numbers in short amount of innings. His strikeout ratio is fantastic. And again, he's in a spot against a very offensive, struggling Pittsburgh Pirates team. So those are 2 young lefties that are going to make an absolute ton of my lineups. I think that they're both fantastic plays. I'll throw this one out there because Crash and I talked about this probably 2 weeks ago, and he didn't get the start. But Rosie Contreras, he's a youngster for the Pirates. I've watched some of his stuff in the minors. I just think he is a good young pitcher. So if you really looking to punt or it's a GPP play, Roansy, that's Roansy. Rosie Contreras is super cheap for the Pirates going against the Padres in San Diego, which isn't an easy task. I get it. But if you're looking for a punt SP2, Roansy could be the guy that you want to go to. Super cheap too. So just an option there. All right, let's go right to the fade pitchers. And I've got a couple of pitchers I think that are going to get some ownership for sure. Right off the bat, I'm going to fade Nick Pivetta from Boston. He's 135 game. It's an early game. I think he's going to get a lot of play. They're at home. They've been crushing the ball, and they're playing Baltimore. The reason that Pivetta scares me a little bit here is Baltimore's starting to hit the ball better. And I just, Pivetta's 3-4 with a 4.25 ERA, but just watching him recently, I haven't been overly impressed. And I think he's going to get an absolute ton of backing. And he's had multiple games with a lot of points here. So it's a gutsy fade, but where you're trying to differentiate at times, I think this may be a spot where you can get off a super chalk guy and make a big difference. I mean, he's faced teams that have been pretty slumped in the White Sox, Texas, Baltimore in the past, Minnesota before they were hitting a little bit better. But he's been consistent. I mean, he had that unbelievable game against Houston. So I know there's a big ceiling, but I think there's a little bit of a floor here as well. I don't think he's that double-digit strikeout potential guy. Can get you enough, but I just don't like the spot. Baltimore's hitting it better. It's warmer in Boston, and I just think it's a sneaky spot to get away from the chalk and create just a complete differentiation for yourself. And again, it's not going to be a popular call, but, if he just has an average game, I think that, you're ahead of it if you can find somebody even on the cheap that's a little bit better. So we'll see how that rolls. It's definitely, like I say, a risk, but it's one that I'm willing to take just for some leverage and for some differentiation. Other than that, there's a lot of solid plays, a lot of strong fades here. Certainly, couple of guys that come to mind that also you can look to fade is Iser Hernandez. Iser Fernandez. I always have trouble saying his first name. He's going against a tough Atlanta team in Atlanta. He's gotten smacked around a little bit. He doesn't go deep into games. Those are issues. Now he does strike out a ton of guys, and Atlanta can strike out. So I think he'll grab some SP2 from some people looking for big strikeouts, but I just don't like the fact that he doesn't go deep enough. And, on a day when you can pick so many good pitchers, I think that's one spot you may want to avoid. Other than that, it's not a day with aces all over the board. That's for sure. You definitely have some guys with upside like Dylan Cease against the Cubs that you can consider. Certainly Sonny Gray against Kansas City is another guy we've played in the past here that makes sense. The other fade, though, that I have for you, it's a guy I faded 3 times in a row. And it's not me being stubborn, coach. I guess maybe it sort of is because he's pitching pretty well. It's Jose Berrios, 3-2. He does have a 4.75 ERA, and he's facing that murderer's row with the Angels. I mean, I'm going to do some Angel stacking here and fade Berrios. I mean, Ohtani, Trout, Walsh, Marsh, Wade, Stassi's in there. There's just so many hitters that can pound the ball. Now, we may not have a full lineup for them. There's a few guys that may be out, but it's still, that those powerful lefties with Ohtani and Walsh and Marsh and Wade, and Trout just happens to be in the middle of that. I just still think Berrios is a good fade, and I think he'll get some ownership. I don't think he's going to be super popular, but he has pitched well. And again, not a popular fade, but we can give you the easy fades. Everybody's going to fade the same, guys that just aren't any good. But a couple of controversial ones that I think can have a little bit of staying power for you. All right, let's talk about those stacks right away here. For me, chalky, but that's okay because I'm being different with pitching. Dodgers, against Zach Davies. Zach Davies is somewhat washed, if not really washed. And the Dodgers are hitting. They're hot. They're pounding the ball. They got a good pitcher on the mound. Up and down that lineup, Betts, Freeman, Turner, Smith, Rios, the other Turner, Justin, Bellinger, Taylor, Lux. Their number 9 hitter would be hitting 2 or 5 for some teams here. So I just think the Dodgers are a fine stack. I'm going to have as much exposure to them as I possibly can. And they're expensive. I get it. So, I may have to skip around. I'm not going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more than likely. But, I think you can make it where you get, 1, 2, and a 5, 6, 7 or something of that nature. Because, again, I think up and down that lineup they can hit. My second stack, again, Angels against Berrios, I think very sneaky. People are going to play Angels, but I don't think they'll be stacked that heavily because people do respect Berrios. And I just think that I think they get to him here. Rendon, again, may be out, but I still think the meat of that order is there. Interesting, though, there'll be some open stack spots because I don't think people are going to dive on the Yankees as much. Shane McClanahan will be popular as a pitcher, and he is very good. And the Yankees are missing some guys, obviously, with Stanton, etc. So you may get Yankees a little lower owned as a stack than normal, but they're still very expensive. And, I do respect McClanahan, so I'm probably not going to dive all over that stack. I just don't think it's the wise thing to go. The sneaky quiet stack for me, and I'm not going to make it like a 4 or 5. It'd be a 2 or 3, and that's Baltimore. They've, that lineup starting to hit. Mullins, Hayes, Santander, Mountcastle, Mancini, the rookie catcher, Rutschman, who's supposed to be fantastic. He looks really good. Urias, Odor, who hit yesterday. So they've got some sticks. Again, Pivetta is going to be highly owned, so it really could pay off for you if you're going to fade him to get some of those Baltimore guys in the lineup. So a little bit out there today, but you know what? It's okay to be a little contrarian, and it's fantastic when it works out and you're not jammed up there with all the chalk. All right. Flying right on here to BVP. I'm going to go with, there's so many guys that you can choose from here. It's not even funny, but I like a couple of Orioles. So I'm going to share those two. Mullins, who's batting .389 against Pivetta. He's got a homer. He's got a couple extra bases. He's walked. He and Mountcastle. So two of the guys at the top of that order. Mountcastle's has hit 3 extra base hits against him, 2 of those for homers. He's walked, 6 RBIs, nice slugging percentage, OPS for both of them over 1.03. So I think a couple of Baltimore guys, which are going to be very low owned, some BVP plays that you can look at and go for. And again, you're not going to have a lot of ownership on them. So I think it makes for a very sneaky little group of guys to play. As far as the home run call for me today, I'm going to go interestingly with Justin Turner from the Dodgers. Again, I'm going to be stacking the Dodgers against Davies. There's a bunch of Dodgers that really hit them well. Freeman, Justin Turner, Bellinger being 3. that have smacked him pretty solid. Turner's hitting 8 for 24 against him, a cool 333, 3 extra base hits. 2 of those are homers, 5 RBIs. I just think great day for Turner to go deep, and he is my HR call. All right, let's jump to Prize Picks. And what I'm going to do with Prize Picks before I share those real quickly, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, this is where I'd really appreciate a quick thumbs up. That means the world to us. That helps us move up the algorithm on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you click that little box in the upper corner, the little alarm there, it will alert you every time one of our podcasts posts. We have all of our podcasts in front of the paywall, NBA, MLB, PGA, and we're providing for all of those right now. And if you hit that alert button, you'll know when those are going to come up, and you won't miss out. And with all the different lock times, with all the different sports, you don't want to miss that window when you're able to jump on there and listen in. So, all right, a couple of plays for us on Prize Picks today. I'm going to go directly to pitching strikeouts, and we're going to go under Jose Berrios, 5.5 strikeouts. Again, I'm going to be stacking a little bit against him. I think the Angels can get to him and hopefully knock him out before he gets to that strikeout number. That's certainly somebody that I'm going to be focused on without question. As far as from the hitting side, let's see if they added anybody else. I was looking for a couple additional add-ons here. They've got all the Yankees up now. That is good. Looks like I'm going to go here. The guy I was looking for has not been put up yet. So I'm going to just go straight to Ohtani. Over hitting score 7.5. I like him in this matchup today. Like I said, I think that, he can easily get to that number quickly. And he and Trout, several guys on that team could. I really like him over. The other guy I'm going to take, though, from the Angels, and again, you're going to have to break this up playing it on Prize Picks, but I also like Taylor Ward. He's 7 over hitter fantasy score. So I'm going to have 2 Angels in there for hitters and Jose Berrios under. And I'll throw one more into the mix because I think he should be up. So I'm going to go pitcher fantasy score. And I believe he's up there now. Let's see. Where's my guy? Where are you, sir? There he is. Tyler Anderson, over 31.5 fantasy score for the Dodgers. He would be my other pitching play. So there's 4 spots for you. We've gone over pitchers, BVP, stacks, and we have the home run call with Justin Turner. So that is everything today. Wanted to get it done quickly for you to make sure you could get all of your action in. We would love to have you, man. We really would. Join the fire. We are really growing. We have some great announcements coming up. We have a big special that we're putting out for the beginning of the NBA finals, which starts on Thursday the 2nd. We'll be posting a podcast with a 3-person booth. We're coming together. Deb, Crash, and myself will all be there on Wednesday, putting up a podcast for the NBA finals on Thursday. It'll work as a preview for the finals and for game 1 on Thursday. So you want to catch us for that. If you want to catch us on Twitter, go to @DFS Coach Talk. And I am @Joe Sarvadi, JoeSarvadi. All right, that is it, my friends. Short and sweet. I wanted to get this in about 20 minutes so you can get prepared, get all these different lineups ready to roll. Make sure to set that alert so you can check when our NBA podcast posts. Deb and I will be reviewing Game 7, of course, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat this evening. So Thank you so much for listening in. We really, really do appreciate you spending time with us, giving us a comment, giving us a rating. All of that is really appreciated. So have a fantastic Sunday. It's a beautiful day. And let's go for the sweep in all these sports. Coach Talk, we're providing today lineups for NASCAR, PGA final round, 2 MLB slates, the NBA finals, and we're getting the broom out. We're looking to sweep everything. So come and join us and enjoy your day. And we'll be back later today, and we'll be back again tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and Prize Picks.